All right, Tabletop Life fans, we're here. We're back. We're back for part 2. Knights want some revenge. We've got the new data slate. We've got a slightly changed list. We're making some stuff. We're going to play a new mission. All the new layouts are here. Oh, so much good stuff. So much stuff to learn. Let's play some games. And I've got Guilliman. I want to try some different stuff. So I've got an Impulsor, I've got a Repulsor, and I've got Guilliman. So I had so much fun with Guilliman last time. We're going to have to put another Guilliman list together. So let's go ahead and go through the list real quick, and then we'll see what Steven's playing on his new version of his tweaked Knight list. All right, so obviously we got Guilliman, the Warlord, doing Guilliman things. We still love Calgar. Having Calgar and Guilliman, whew, that's a lot of points, but that's a lot of fighting. I love it. And it's so much CP. Here we still got the same cast of characters. We got the Phobos Lieutenant. We got the Captain with Honor Venerament to do extra attacks, extra strength. We got Uriel for the deep strikes, and we got Fire Discipline on the Biologist to buff up. We got a unit of Eradicators that he's going to roll around with. Company Heroes to Company Calgar, 6-man Eradicators doing all the things. We got a unit Impulsors, one Impulsor. We got the Shield Dome, so the Invul. We got the Repulsor. This is not modeled correctly, but we're going to use the last cannon and the last Talon, so all last cannoned up to hopefully help shoot at Knights. One Lancer. We got the Fighting Intercessors, Infiltrators, Incursors with a Haywire Mine, 1, 2, 3 units of Scouts. So that's the list, doing all the things. We're going to see what we have on the Knight side, and then we'll roll up the mission and see what we're doing.
All right, folks. Steven here. We're going to go for round 2. The list is almost exactly the same as we did last time. So we have Canis. We have 3 Crusaders. This time one will have the Unyielding Paragon, one will have the Mysterious Guardian, and one will have the Mythic Hero. And instead of the Assassins, we are going to bring a Warglaive this time. Give that a shot. We got a couple lessons learned from the last game, and all I'm really interested in doing is not repeating those mistakes, and we'll see where we end up, see if we can do a little bit better. Fantastic.
All right, we're just going to go ahead and stick with the layout 4 because I'm still kind of getting the hang of measuring. There's a weird angle, so it's kind of fiddly. It takes a while to set up the terrain. I'm going to get some new mats created with some lines to be a little bit easier for us, but until then, I'm just going to stick with this because that's what we have set up right now. So layout 4, this is one of the new layouts that GW has put out. It's kind of interesting because there's this big pocket open in the center, but it looks like it's really open, but then you have all the pieces are pushed out to the edges, so it makes it hard to kind of see down the sides. Even from reserve, it's hard to get angles. So it's deceptively crowded. Looking at the missions that we're playing on Search and Destroy, so we're playing the table quarters. We're playing Scorched Earth, so they've changed this one slightly. This is where you burn the objectives. You can now burn it on turn 5. You can burn more than 1 in No Man's Land. They're worth 5 each for burns. And then you can score 5 every turn up to 10, so still normal stuff for that. And then the special rule is Stalwarts. This is interesting. This is one that actually is really powerful for battle lines. You can shoot and still do an action, and you can be in engagement range and still do an action. So very powerful, especially for Knights. Unfortunately for Steven, he only has 1 baby Knight, so haha, no powers for him. I have 1 Assault Intercessor, so also ha for me because I'm never probably doing those things with those guys. So we're both kind of like, huh, we could have had more, but we don't. But we'll see if this mission comes into play. It's always interesting to talk about battle line, if it even comes up. And here we are. We drew the card, all the battle line stuff, and we're like, both of us don't have very much battle line. So let's go ahead and do the rolls, and we'll come back and see what the deployment looks like. But here's the table. Just looking at the map really quickly, you can kind of see big open in the middle. Really, you get some nice little pockets outside of your deployment zone to hold objectives. So we'll come back after deployment. All right, we've got the deployment. Try to get the top-down shot, or at least my tall angle view of it. We got the Knights here. This is the jumping guy, the Mysterious Guardian. This is the guy with the AOC. Well, I forget what, Paragon or whatever. Canis has got the stripes. Got 1 lone. This is a Warglaive, actual Warglaive? Or
one Warglaive.
And then a regular Knight. For me, I'm outside of 10 there, so he can't get on that plate. So I've got some scouts staged to just be annoying. We got these guys. I got Incursors in here and Uriel by himself. So I can scout with that. So I could potentially move forward if I go first, or move back to safety if I go second. We got some scouts staged here so they can potentially run and interact with that center objective if I need to have some sacrificial play. We have scouts here to run up on this objective. He threatened to kind of put a knight close, but he ended up pulling him back because I have a lot of power here. Doesn't want to tangle with Guilliman. Guilliman's lone op if he's next to infantry, so he just gets to be safe. Lancer's chilling in the back just in case. With knights being able to deploy and make me spend extra, activations to deploy, I couldn't really just out deploy him. He put the knight down, I have to deploy more, so it actually was pretty nice for the knights. I had to kind of look and wait to see where he was going. Repulsor here just has the Fighty Intercessors in it. Yeah, I don't know how I like it, but we're testing it out. Only thing in reserve is the Deep Striking Eradicator, so that feels really weird. No Bolter Inceptors. I'm going to be sad without my Inceptors, but yeah, we're going to test out these vehicles. Can't always have all the things. Let's go see who goes first. We can roll on camera. Ooh.
I think this time I want to go second.
I rolled a 5. He got a 4. So
I got what I wanted.
Marine's going second. Oh, I mean, first. I think I want to go first. I think it's fine. We'll be back. All right, we've done our first turn movement. I told you, I was like, I'm going to stage here for area denial, and I realized, oh, no, I'm taking fix. It's assassinate and bring it down. It's knights. What am I talking about? He's only got 4 characters, but if you kill Canis, he counts twice. So, like, there's a couple. You should be able to get all the things if I kill them all. So, I mean, it's kind of like if you don't kill the knights, maybe not the smartest pick, but after the last game, like, come on, knights. Steven's face. Okay, so in reality here, I did not declare any doctrines. I just staged. Gilman advanced. He rolled a 5, so he was able to clear that box just barely. He is on the plate, so theoretically he could be seen, but he is next to some infantry. They are lone op, making him lone op, so can't attack me. Excuse me. That's night base, so we know we've. I should stop sneezing. We screened out the knight from Mysterious Guardian on turn 1. We advanced this tank here just to get some staging. We still have Gilman's free strat, so we didn't really even need to use it. There's nothing to shoot. The captain inside here, there's really no place for this tank to go yet. We're just going to hang out. Over here, we moved up to stay behind the wall, but we did jump these guys out because they're going to shoot, and Phobos live back in the thing. So good behind the wall, see. These scouts are going to go ahead and try to charge this knight, just so we can move block him. So if he's able to move 10, he can probably get on the objective. He can't, we've measured it, he can't quite get to the edge to shoot at me, but he can walk on the objective. But if I like tag him and then like string some guys back in here, he cannot physically put his guys on me. So it'll stop him from getting on the objective. So just doing a little move blocking. If I do touch him, then it also causes this to be blocked because now he's got to move before they move. So if he stays in combat, they're kind of restricted on where they go. So it's really just scouts being the most annoying that they can. And like typically you're like charging knights with scouts. That doesn't seem good. But these are crusaders. They don't really fight super great. So I like it. We're just going to do that. We're going to do some shots. We'll come back. Maybe I get lucky. I get a couple wounds. I am in range to throw a grenade. So grenade's going to happen. He's going to take wounds.
Gonna take wounds.
Let's do it. All right, here we go. We've done the things. It worked. I forgot their AP1 attacks, not AP nothing. So I was forced to spend 1 more CP to Armor of Contempt. He had 4 attacks. 3 wounds went through. I was like, but I passed 4 up saves, so I only lost 1 guy. So perfect. I intentionally did not be on the objective, so that if he draws a card that says kill guys on objective, I know they're going to die. Don't want to give him free points for that. But now I'm strung out here. I needed to keep at least this guy alive, so I was able to lose 2 guys and still move block him, but he cannot physically fit his knight over the top of these guys and be on the objective. So that's mission accomplished. I shot. He passed a bunch of saves. I threw a grenade. I only did 1 mortal wound. So he's only taken 2 damage total. The poor sergeant, he's like, aha, I roll all the 6s to hit. I'm like, no, I need you to wound on 6s. So he did not roll any wounds. But we've done our jobs. Take that. It's now going to be his turn. Let's go see what he draws for secondaries, and we'll come back after his movements.
All right, so we have the mysterious Guardian Knight sitting over here. He's the only guy in frame, so we know who that is. I can pick him up now, and I can drop him on my first turn. So what we're looking at right now is Rabute sitting over here on the corner. I can deep strike in within 9 of him, and also be within 12 of him, so that I can target him directly. You know, the gamble, I absolutely lose whoever I throw in over here. There's no way they walk out of that. Is it worth it to kill him, or is it not? And we are chewing on that that decision, and we will be right back. Oh, yeah, there's the base. That's where he could go. He could also go right here on this side as well, and still be in that pocket. There's a lot of risk. Anybody that I give him as a charge for his turn 2 will leave Thomas way downrange, right? He'll end up after those fights down here, all up in my business. I have to decide what the value of this move is. So we will be right back. All right. After far more deliberation than was probably reasonable, we are going to go ahead and pull the mysterious Garden off. He's sitting over there on the side. And this is where he will end up going back on the table at the end of my movement phase, and then we will see from there. All right, real quick, this Crusader stepped out of combat right there, and Canis kind of slid up into the pocket. He's going to charge those scouts and try to get the movement that I need. This very expensive model is apparently just hiding in the corner. He is going to do absolutely nothing this turn. That feels like money well spent. I don't know why. Here's our boy that teleported in. So I am actually going to take some shots on the Lancer. I'm going to just throw some change down range on Rowboat. We're rolling big dice here, and going to tank shock him with the charge that I'm certainly going to make on 9 inches. No way I could fail that. So we will be back real quick. This guy got the Bondsman ability with the +1 to hit. And the 2 secondaries that I grabbed are Area Denial and Cleanse, which is our intention for this guy to score both of those for us, because he is Battle Line Stalwart. Now, what that means is that Thomas and his whole army is going to be down here dogpiling on this guy at the in the next round. So we'll see how that works out for me.
Oh, we gotta capture the laughing because it's so powerful, the realization. I just realized it, but also like I realized a split second before he did, so he was so mad. So he dropped in here, he split fire with the Knight, the Gatling gun, the flamer, and the missile launcher, and the thermal cannon. He rolled 2 shots with a thermal cannon onto the Lancer. Didn't re-roll that with the CP because he was trying to save his CP, or he just didn't think about it. Shot, rolled the damage. He needed he got 1 shot wounding. He rolled a 1 twice. And so then so I took my 1 save, failed it. 6 plus D6 because he's inside a melter range. He needs a 6 to kill it. He rolled a 2. He didn't like that. He CP'd it to a 4, so my guy was still alive with 2 wounds. He shot Gilliman. I armor contempted Gilliman. And then I was like, take 5 saves that are 2 damage. I fail 3 of them. Take 6. He's like, take 2 saves with the missile launcher, or 1 save. And I'm like, I fail it, re-roll it, fail it again. D6 damage. I have a 4. He's like, I could kill him right here if I roll a 4. He rolls a 1. And he's like, I'll CP it. I'm like, oh, you've already CP'd it. He can't re-roll it. So Gilman lives with 3 wounds. Then he's like, well, I'll just tank shock him here. And then he rolls the charge, and he fails it. He's like, oh, I'll CP re-roll it. And then he realizes he needs that CP for the tank shock. So he can't afford to charge in there and let Gilman punch that guy for free. There's no way he's going to kill Gilman with his slaps. This baby knight was able to like shoot at that Lancer, and he only rolled 1 wound, so there was high drama. I could potentially have killed him.
I still can't be here. I have to roll the distance and get him out of the way.
He just doesn't want him to let me springboard off of him.
I can't let me springboard. Here we go. Looking for the 9.
Here you go. The CP reroll. The 9! Oh! The knight's going to die on his turn. On my turn. I get to kill him during my turn.
Now the knight has to explode. Where's the 6?
Let's see if Gilliman can do it. It'll be like, it's high drama. Let's see if he can kill him in one turn. It's possible, but it's hard. He'll have 6 at Philippines. But do your attacks, and then I'll attack you back.
I need to do this charge right here.
Oh, yeah. Canis rolls a 5.
I don't think
he's coming. We'll come back after the charges are done and see if Gilliman does his stuff. Apparently, Gilliman can't pass any saves. Like, I'm taking 3 of saves. I can't make any. He hit me with 3 attacks, and only rolled 1 wound. He re-rolled it because of the knight rule, looking for 2, because they did 2 damage each, and he was not able to get the second one. Of course, I failed the 1 save, so I'm down to 1 wound. So, like, there is the world of if I pop off, Gilliman might die in the explosion anyways, which would be hilarious. But now I get to do my swing, so we'll come back. Do I do it now? Let's do it now. We got the other Canis attack to do, but let's do it. So I'm going to go with my lethal hits. I don't have any rerolls because you're not oathed. So 7 attacks with the Fist of Dominion. The Handed Dominion. Hitting on 2s with lethals. Oh no, 2 1s. Oh, 1 lethal. These are strength 14. 3s. AP 4. Oh no! Just 3. So they're 4 flat damage, AP 4. So 12 damage. So I'm not going to die just yet. He makes 3. Math. He's on the top side of math, so he takes 9 wounds. Yay, Gilliman. He's hurt, though. We'll come back with Canis, kill some scouts. He'll get on this objective over here. We know that that's happening. And then it'll be our turn to make him pay for looking at Rowboat the wrong way. All right, top of turn 2. Before I start moving, the implications are real here. So I pick up 2 CP because I have Calgar, but Gilliman's sitting on 1 wound. Can't really fail. He's got leadership 5, so that he should pass battle shock. But if he doesn't, then he falls back. He might just die. Ain't nobody got time to die like that.
It's exactly how I want him to die.
Unintentionally, because he's over half. He holds the point. If I had gotten him under half, 1 more wound, he would have been under half, and so he auto sees me. So he takes the point from me. So that charge, making that charge, actually was a big deal. I have to think through this. And then we have all these guys here. So I have Eradicators. I can kill Canis. I think he's enemy number 1. We know that guy's going to get the beat down. No way he touches Gilliman like that. Gets to stay alive. So we have to figure out where the O's going to go. But yeah. All right, let me come back. My turn 2. We're going to go into Devastator Doctrine because we know that's happening. I have to decide, do I spend 1 CP? I'll probably use my free strat. Auto pass Gilliman. Can't risk that 5 and failing it. I could just go for Tactical Doctrine and fall back, but I don't. That knight exploding. That
knight needs to explode.
I'm gonna go to Tactical. I could roll a 5. I just know I can. It's gonna be okay. I'll be back. All right. We made the executive call. I can roll leadership 5. We did it. So we're in the Tactical Doctrine with 1 wound. Gilliman set up to fall back, shoot, and now charge. So he can shoot this guy. We've put the oath on him. Calgar's coming up between them and Calgar. We're in the Devastating Doctrine. We have more than enough to kill that knight that is on 13 wounds. Over here, the captain jumped out of the ride. The scouts advance just so they can get on their point. They're just going to shoot. The captain is going to punch, and the repulsor is going to shoot. We have some guns here. We'll shoot at big boy here. I know he's going to rotate, so this is Canis Rex. We've dropped the Eradicators here to now shoot at this guy. The Incursors came out. They've got the mine ready. They're also going to charge if they need to. Uriel's jumped out. He can shoot. The Impulsors come up. It's now going to charge this guy so that he's going to be tagged. He won't be able to kill that transport, and then he'll be forced to either fall back or he can now see. I couldn't really stage without being seen by this guy, but he's off the objective. Best case scenario, he stays in combat. He shoots at the tank. He shoots at those guys at a -1 to hit. I'm okay with that. This guy, if he wants to walk around and shoot at him instead of coming after Gilliman and friends, he could potentially get overwatched. So he doesn't want to do any of that. So we got lots of choices. Let's see. In my mind, Canis dies. This guy dies. That guy dies because nobody talks to Gilliman like that. He's going to get the full oath. Everyone hates that guy. So let's come back and see how the shooting goes. Oh my gosh. Whenever Steve and I play, I swear the dice don't behave the laws of the rules because it's crazy town. So Eradicators popped off. This is not unusual. They did 8 shots. They did 9 wounds. I rolled pretty good on the wound rolls, but 9 wounds. So he went to roll his saves. He passed 5 out of 9. So that means he failed 4. And he spent his last CP to re-roll it. And he passed it. So he only failed 3. And he's sitting on how many wounds?
14.
14 wounds. So I have 3d6. It's Eradicator, so they reroll all the damage. And wouldn't you guess it, when I rolled all 3 dice, what did I roll? 18 damage. He still gets his 6-ups, but holy cow. 5 6s. Oh, what a travesty. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it hurts so much. Get out of here, Canis. Go away. Oh, Canis goes down. Does he not explode? That means little guy gets to come out. That means these guys get to punch somebody. Oh, Eradicators. If it would have helped you, I get to shoot the little pistol. He would have also. Oh, he only hit you once. So good. Or so bad for Steven, sorry. We haven't even got to the guy I hate yet. Canis is just like bonus toppings. So we'll come back after he made so many 3-up saves, so I don't feel bad for him. He made a lot of saves. All right, we made the charge moves. We haven't rolled any charges yet. This guy needed a 4 on the dice, and he rolled a 4. Whew, barely made it. These guys needed an 8 to get Sir Hector that fell out. They failed it. We got the charge here. Calgar and Gilliman charging here. He does not have any CP left, so there's no defensive. There's no interrupting. So we'll let Calgar have the honors. We have 1 CP. The captain's going to use it for the free strat, so Calgar's just going to go, or Gilliman's just going to do his thing. He's only got 8 wounds, so we're going to pop. We're going to use the Hand of Dominion again. 7 attacks. This time we got Oath. 2s. All hit. Strength 14. Oh, there were lethals, but there's no lethals. Strength 14. I can't hold the dice. 3s. You got 6 saves again. These are AP4, so no saves. That's 4 times 6, 24 damage on an 8 wound knight. Gilman says, don't blow up. Don't blow up. He's dead by a lot. Don't blow up. Doesn't blow up. Oh, Gilliman. All right, the captain's going to go next. We're going to spend his free captain strat for +1 to wound. We're not in the assault doctrine, so we only get 1 extra attack and 1 extra +1 to wound, no extra AP. So this is a little tough, but we will get reroll all the wounds because he's on the objective. So I will come back. I'll come back after I roll the dice. We don't have to spend all the time on this. So with all the attacks, only AP2 and AP1, I didn't do as many damage rolls or as much wounds to him as I thought I would do, but plenty still for him, even though he was a fresh knight. Killed him. He did not make enough 6-ups. So that's all the combats. Gilliman, I'll consolidate Calgar here because I could pile in. Nobody else is here. We'll swing my 3 attacks from my guy. Look at that. Nothing. You could slap my Impulsor. Does it hurt it? 1 reroll. 2 hits. Oh yeah, 3 hits. 1 wound. 2 wounds. 4 ups. Nothing.
4 damage.
Takes 4. So 11 goes down to 7. Still alive. Yep, that's it. We'll come back, see what Steven can do on his turn.
All right, so we're in bad shape. Don't have much left. Might be time for lunch very soon. We'll see what happens. If I get extraordinarily lucky on this turn, then maybe we'll do something a little more exciting. We'll see how this game plays out. I went through the wall. Did not roll a 1. Did not get Battle Shock. Yay! Really like the new rules. This guy is going to stay in combat. If he has to, he's going to shoot down here and hopefully kill these guys. And we're going to see where this turn ends up.
I got a little overzealous in my attacking with the incursors. They threw their mine and their grenades for a total of 8 wounds. 2 on the mine, but 6. I got the full 6 out of the grenades when I was attacking Canis. But when I did my D6 move, I moved a little too far over the line, and he can see me. He's not supposed to see me. Oh, no. These guys got punked by the big melted cannon, so they all died. So now he gets to shoot here. So he's shooting, rolling dice. He's shooting all the guns here. Yuck. What do you got here?
-1, so it's going to be 4s to hit you.
Yep.
And 6s are sustained.
Oh, because he stands still.
I will reuse my 1 reroll. God, every time.
2, but it explodes, so 3. These are the melted guns.
There is 3 melted.
6s. Oh, I hit 1, so 2 guys so far die. This stupid guy that's standing out in the open. The mine guy's dead, so we don't need him anymore.
4s and 6s.
Gatling guns. Yes, lots of misses. Not many 6s. Alright, lots of 2s so they don't hurt.
And 3s. That's pretty good.
Ooh, that is good. 7, 8.
82.
4 ups with the cover. Oh, no.
Oh.
They're all dead. Oh, the 1-inch mistake cost me the squad. Okay.
No more guns.
Yeah, we'll come back. There's not much left to do now. Fighting? I fight you first.
You fight it first.
All right. We have called the Devastator Doctrine, or the Assault Doctrine, I should say. The captain went ahead and rolled in advance. He rolled a 4. We've nominated this knight. It's a little bit farther than this one, but I think there's extra value if I can get on the other side of this wall. There's cannons there. He ran and is hiding, so we really want to get back there because we run the risk of him hiding and lowering our points. But we probably need a 7 on the charge right now. This Calgar ran. He rolled a 5. He's just advancing up. He can't see anybody, so there's no shooting that happened right here. This tank moved up. We jumped the scouts that were on this objective into the point. So we're going to shoot a couple shots at this knight, try to plink off some wounds for the captain. And then over here, the Impulsor's just staying strong with 5 wounds, trying to stay alive for 1 more turn. Uriel walked up to try to not get shot. And then now he can burn this objective. So if he doesn't get shot this next turn, which this guy would not be able to shoot me if he's still locked in combat. I'll double check that angle. Then we're going to burn this objective. So doing the work, we picked up our full 10 on the primary. For our objectives, we are on 3. We only need the whole 2. So we're good. Let's go do some shooting and we'll come back and see if I make the charge on this big boy.
It might be an 8. You'll have to make a judgment call.
Yeah, we'll double check the math. So we're double checking if it's a 7 or an 8. It looks pretty close. It might be an 8. The last cannons.
I think it's a 7.
Is it? The one last cannon went through, so we got him down to 12 wounds. We need a couple bolter shots. He has to pass all those. So we got the roll. We have a free CP to re-roll it if we need to. So we have all the CP in the world.
You have to fail it.
I have to make this.
You have to fail it. Keep it low.
A 6. This doesn't make it, so we'll use this free strat. So
Still gotta fail it. Still have to fail it. Have to fail it.
Another 6.
All right.
Oh, so there's some choice here. All right, so he lives to fight another day, but Uriel over here, he did burn, so he cannot be spotted. So unless he kills Uriel, which I don't see how he can, he would have to fight me in combat and actually kill it during this combat phase to let him be free. Otherwise, that objective is going to get burned, and then we're staged for next turn. So, all right, we'll do it.
All right, we're in a tight spot here. I pulled engage, and thanks to Dumbbutt Hector Rex there still being alive, I can't discard it. It's not helpful. Going to go ahead and say that out front. And then we got no prisoners. So I have some options on no prisoners. I think I can kill this guy in combat, and I think I can kill these guys from shooting, and then I will have to make this charge and kill that guy with the tank shock. If we can pull all that off, then maybe I live for turn 4. We will see. Right now, the biggest threat on the table is Marnius and the gang dropping across here. I've got to get away from them, so we're going to see what happens.
All right, so this is still the Steven's turn. We're just doing the quick in the middle of the turn. He wanted to shoot this knight first and kill the Impulsor so that it could free up this knight to shoot and charge. He shot just the big gun here and shot all the rest of the guns here. He did 5 shots on this guy with a thermal cannon, 3 wounds. I had 5 wounds left. I was like, I have a 5-up invulnerable save. Shield don't. I hit 2 of them. Super clutch. 5 wounds. He rolled a 4 on his D6. Did not die. All the little guns I popped go to ground and Armor of Contempt. So I had cover, 6-up invulnerable save, and Armor of Contempt. Between all the shots, their AP2, I took 3-up saves, stayed alive. Forced him to shoot with this knight. He split fire. He shot the thermal cannon here. Had one friend left alive. And then all the other guns here. He was able to kill this with the rest of his Gatling guns. The one thermal cannon did 2 hits, 2 wounds. I rolled a 6 on the guy to tank the first hit. So he died, but the captain was unfazed. He's still alive. So now we've measured this. He needs an 8 to make this charge to get into Uriel. Let's see if he can do it. He wants to tank shock him. A 7. He has 2 CP, so he can re-roll it. This time he still can re-roll it and still have enough for tank shock. So this is huge. Oh, God. He doesn't make it. The knights fail. So he'll get 2 kills for no prisoners because he killed the unit and he killed the tank. So he'll get 4 points for no prisoners, but he does not get engaged. So discard that for a CP. And then we'll go to turn 4. All right, since Uriel stayed alive, he was able to complete burning that action, so that got me some extra points. He's going to come over here and try to take some shots at Sir Hector. The captain used his free strat to put himself in the assault doctrine, so he advanced up. He's going to, if Hector doesn't die, charge him or help out here. Calgar rolled a 5 for his advance. I had put Gilliman in range to give him a free reroll if I needed to. He made a good roll, so he needs a 7 on the dice. I strung a guy back to give him the ability to get another free reroll if he fails the 7-inch charge. So lots of options to use Gilliman's free strats. I could shoot here with the last talent, but this thing's been shooting so crappy. So I'm just going to burn the center objective just to score some more points. And yeah, I think that's it. So we're just going to do the things, see if we can kill that knight, and then score some points. All right, while Steven's finishing moving, I failed the charge. So Gilliman was able to use his free strat and re-roll it. So I made a 10, so I made it in. Over here, we charged here. We shot with Uriel. He saved one of the saves, so he stayed alive. So the captain's like, he'll have to help out. Could not throw a grenade because I advanced. I was like, oh, shoot. I'll shoot my pistol. Oh, I advanced. I can't. So he had to charge. Uriel's like, I'm just going to charge this knight. If I don't die, he's stuck in combat yet again. And just out of the fight. Let's go Calgar. We have all the CP in the world. He doesn't have anything worthwhile to interrupt on. So we'll see. That might be all she wrote. Calgar was able to do the business. He did 12 damage on the knight by himself and killed it before the rest of the guys could swing, even with that knight having Armor of Contempt. Over here, Uriel hit and wounded, but he saved it. But then he fought back. I Armor Contempted. I made all the saves, no damage. The captain had more than enough force power to kill a 1-wound Hector Rex. So big points for me. His turns. We can talk it out.
Yeah. It's real quick, so it's not going to take us but a second. So he's just going to shoot Uriel in a corner and shoot this guy here, and then we see what happens. Maybe I pull a secondaries to dig out a point or two. We don't know. We'll find out. All right, we drew Assassinate and Bring It Down, so I should be able to score 5 points. I didn't score any primary, which is to be expected. Only the one lone Dune left. But I'll hang on to Bring It Down for turn 5. Might have an opportunity to get this guy. We will see. All right, got both the characters. So now it is just left to see if Marnus Calgar and the boys can go over there and whoop him or not. We are going to find out.
All right, I score my, on top of turn 5, I score my last 10 for primary. So I'm just going to sit there and we can burn. The scouts have no more primary to score, so they'll just burn this base back here. Nobody can get at them, free. Over here, we spent we spent Gilliman, I keep calling him Calgar. His free strat to put this guy in the Devastator Doctrine and let him advance and shoot, so now he can get line on this knight, and then we oathed him, and then Calgar's running up and doing a thing. So we were thinking about burning the home base, and we realized I don't need 10 points, I just need 5. I can get max primary, the scouts can just do it, so no need for that. Let's go punch a knight out. This guy's toughness 13 with the 2-up save, so he's a little tougher to kill. But he did not get my Warlord, so the Philippines are still 6s. After the shooting and Calgar spent for Ignore Cover, just so he wouldn't take 2-up saves, he's down to 17 wounds. So it's going to be a little bit of a tight squeeze, but everyone can punch here. So I'm going to pop +1 to wound. We're going to do all the damage. I'm not in the Doctrine, so I won't get extra AP. So he'll be 2-up save against all this, so it'll be 5-ups and 6-ups. So let's see if Calgar can kill another knight. The 2-up save was just too tough. I needed him to be in the Doctrine for the extra AP. I just gave that repulsor a little bit too much value. I shouldn't have bothered. Stupid repulsor. I knew Calgar was the only way to get it done. So he's still alive on 6 wounds. He gets to punch me back, and then he gets to shoot me. So he may score some last-minute points, but I don't get the kill. If he doesn't fall back, though, Calgar might just kill him in combat. So
degraded now, but +1 hit, so still freezing.
Nice. And then -1 to wound, so 2s. Go to 3s. I do have 1 CP, so I'm going to spend it.
Butthead.
Armor of Contempt. I'm just going to use all the CP. 2 at a time on a Victor's Guard. 2-up save. Victor's Guard says it doesn't take any saves, any damage. We're fine. Alright. Scoring it up, and we'll come back for the last turn. If there's anything he can salvage to score a few more points.
Not going anymore.
You guys are missing so much. I should have rolled that on camera. Who would have thought? So he goes to draw his secondaries, and I didn't realize he had kept bringing it down. Like, I just drew the tank next to him. So he's like, I still got to bring it down. And so he draws containment. So his other secondary is no good. So he's like, I'm going to shoot my thermal cannon at the tank. And then all the other guns at Calgar. So we're like, I don't have anything. I'm out in the open. I was like, well, I have 1 CP. I'll try to keep the tank alive. 6-ups. And he goes to do his shots, 2d3 shots. He rolls 2 shots. And I'm like, oh, Steven, always rolling bad. And he rolls 2 hits and 2 wounds with the rerolls. So he's like, good. I'm like, wait a minute. You're +6 inside a half. If I have to pass one of these 6-ups or I die. And he's like, well, it's 12 damage plus 2d6. I could roll less than a 4. And Steven's always like thinking he will roll low. So I'm like, yeah, it could happen. But I just need to make 1 6 and it's not even a problem. I go to roll my 2 saves. 2 saves. And it's just so bad. Steven's just like, I give up. There's no playing this game right now. Killing Calgar, he can't possibly kill them all with that minuscule shooting. Really, we're going to see if Calgar punches that guy to death. We can roll the dice. We'll come back and see if he's alive. Oh my gosh, the dice. Boxcars? What? The tail of the tape. Calgar was all that he needed. He just punched the face. I made him take 4 saves out of my 6 hits. Lean 5s, twin linked. I just hit them all. He went down. He did not explode. Looking at the score, he did not score those last primaries or secondaries. So he only picked up 10 on the primary. I got the 50 for Max. I got Max assassinate and bring it down for the full hundo. He was only able to pick up 12 on the secondaries, so total 32. So 100 to 32, another massive bust on the Knights. Calgar doing the things. The repulsor, I mean, scored me points. It did things, but I didn't really need it. I didn't really like it. It didn't shoot worth a damn. I'm going to say blah on the impulsor. The repulsor. The impulsor was nice. Obviously, Calgar and Gilman, those guys like Knights, so they just like to punch them and do the things. Thanks so much to Steven for coming out for round 2, the rematch. So we're already talking about round 3, how we can tweak his list. I think having some more baby Knights, just to give him a couple more actions and units to screen and move around, would go a long way. I think he's just a little hamstrung with 4 bigs. And especially all Crusaders, because like once I was able to just tag that knight over and over again, and he couldn't escape, right? So like he shouldn't have this impulsor just holding him down for 3 turns. That just really crushed him. And that knight literally never moved again. Like it got charged by the impulsor and it stayed here the whole game until Calgar ran from over here on turn 1, charging that knight, all the way charging this knight to charging this knight. So like that's not good. I should be a dead. I had a couple good saves. There's a couple things that should be dead. He should have way more points than this.
I'm talking to you.
But Steven's always a champ. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Steven. If you like this content, hit that like, hit that share, subscribe. We appreciate it here at Tabletop Life. If you guys want more of this content, we have more games coming. I know Brad's going to put out some Sisters videos with the new detachments. Got some more Ultra videos coming your way. We're going to test out all sorts of stuff. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.